Welcome back to the homestead. A lot going on here. Getting ready to fill y'all in. Free-ranging meat birds. Don't do much free-ranging, do they? And what's that? It's our mobile chicken coop, our turkey shaw, and our electric fence. I was going to try and go in order, but since this is where I am first to give them some food, I guess we'll just start here. Oh, all right. Get this open. It's hard to do one-handed. All right, there we go. So we got Lancelot and most of his girls in here. You guys go. So yeah, our laying hens from the Maine coop. Our turkey babies, which as you can see are very big and not babies anymore. Yet that's what I still call them. Pretty sure they're all 3 boys. And then we have our first 2 groups of April babies. Our layer hens, which are now giving us little pullets, eggs. So that's exciting. This is Cornelia, one of my new buff Orpingtons. She's the nice sweet one. Turkey babies, what are you doing? Huh? So there are a few differences to our chickshaw than the ones on Justin Rhodes. His plan originally called for the nest box to be inserted into the coop, but we felt like that took up too much space, and we also wanted it to be easier to get to be able to latch it closed tightly. And we really like this system, so we've got the nest boxes, and there's a little landing bar for them to go on. They do hang out in here a little bit. Girls. I'm trying to think what the other differences are. Oh, yes. So the leg that this stands on, in the original plans, it calls for it to just be a separate piece screwed in. We made it go all the way up to the top, so it's pretty good and stable and sturdy. What else? We didn't do the wheel fender that he did. We set it back a little bit more. But other than that, I think most everything that we did is the same as his. It's working out really well. They like it. We like it. It's very easy to move. And they're getting their fresh pasture. We moved it yesterday into this area, so today's day 2. We've also been moving their little pallet structure around with it too. So they have someplace else to hide under, although I think they've figured it out pretty well to hide underneath the chickshaw, which is big enough for them. But no, they turkey babies. My triplets. Hi! We did do the integration overnight, over 2 nights, and I kept a few of the hens in the other run with the new meat bird flocks. That was because their backs are so ripped up that I wanted them to have a chance to heal away from Lancelot. And I think Lancelot may be going. We're going to have to get, even though he's a proven daddy, he's not the nicest boy to the girls. And so I'm hoping one of his babies, because we've got 5 Arcana babies and 5 Black Australorp babies and 1 Osterhorn, hopefully we'll have a nice sweet rooster out of one of those groups. So I gotta find a home for him. So we're really enjoying the electric fence system, the solar electric fence system. It's working really well for us. We like the compactness of it. We're able to move it around by ourselves if we need to. We did end up ordering extra rods, these support rods here, which if you're gonna be on very uneven terrain, I would highly recommend getting 6 to 8 extras. I only got 4 extra, and we can see that we probably need another 2 to 4 more. So just a hot tip for anyone who's planning on getting this system. This is the 186 foot fence. We were going to go with the 100 foot, which in hindsight maybe would have been just fine. We did pay about $500 for this system. So we still have Danny K and his girls separated, and that's only because we still have Lancelot, and he and Lancelot do not get along. They're brothers, but they don't get along. But anyway, they really like their space, and they're doing well. So he has 5 babies he made. Well, 6 babies. Danny K made 6 babies. In the main coop and run, we have my 2 buff Orpingtons, including Mama, who's inside laying an egg, and the first group of babies that were born in June that are now almost 8 weeks old. That includes 3 black Australorps and 3 Arcanas. And then we have our White Rock meat birds and our Dorking meat birds. They will be the establishing group for our flock. We'll probably cull one of the White Rocks, but we'll be keeping all the Dorkings, and that means we won't be able to get to taste them until next year. But yeah, we're excited about this group. So that's who's in here right now. Also the 2 meat birds from last year that we never got around to culling. And then we've got that'll Mama, be soon. The mama that wouldn't quit. She stayed on the nest for almost 3 months. She was working hard to get some babies. And our black Australorp that decided she didn't want to sit on her babies anymore when the first one hatched. So that was great. I ended up heating that baby up on my skin for a few hours before the next one hatched, and this mama decided to kick it out of the nest. So then I had 2 babies sitting in my chest. That was fun. But then overnight, that night, she hatched out 3 more little babies, another black Australorp and another 2 Arcanas, and then there were 5. So we kicked her out and gave her the other 2 babies. She didn't know the difference. So then she had 5, and this has been, and that's because she's so mean. She was not very easy to deal with. I have not been able to really get a good rapport going with the babies because she is so very aggressive whenever I come near them. Nothing like my black Australorp. So, I mean, well, yeah, my black Australorp was fine too, except she didn't want to sit anymore, which I did finally realize that is something that is a trait of theirs. They get to the finish line and then they give up. So I was glad this mama was still broody, even though I really didn't want her to have babies, simply because I knew I was not going to be able to get to them very easily. We do transport them out here into this little run every day, and then they go in at night, and we bring that inside the house into the bathroom, and they stay in there when it's raining too. But it's going well. They're almost a month old now. Not least are our first batch of meaty birds. I don't know if you can tell, but they're really big, especially him. And we're ready. We're ready to get them in the freezer or jars or wherever they're going, because they're meanies. Those boys, they are really mean to this one female. Yeah. So this is the first 4. They're going this week. This is our second group. And they're free-ranging because they're very sweet. They're used to being picked up every single day because their night accommodations are in the coop. There's 2 roosters and 2 hens. Yeah, you can't even see them. They're camouflaged really well. Here you go. And then we have one who's dust bathing in the giant hole that they made under the tree. That's a good spot, huh, buddy? So they'll be ready. They're probably ready now, but we're going to give them another 2 weeks. So, yeah. That's the scoop. Quick overview. There's the electric fence. We're near the edge of our property. There's the road. So here's the fence and the chickshaw. Right next to it is the run for the main coop. Across from that is the other run with Danny K and his group. Here's the meaty birds taking their dust baths and siestas. And then there's the greenhouse run that the meaty birds are in. So that's everything. That's the fast and dirty update on all the chickens. I am ready to be done with babies, I'll tell you that. But it is a joy, and we spend a lot of time outside with them every day. All right, have a great day, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for being here with us on our homesteading journey. If you like what we're doing, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on the bell to be notified of our new movies. From Maine.Homestead.Project, I'm Victoria.
And I'm Gary.
From our homestead to yours, have a productive and beautiful day.